My name is Jennifer Lewis. I work for Alexander Children's Foundation, which is the philanthropic arm that supports both Alexander Youth Network and Youth Focus. It spans the gap between mental health treatment, behavioral health treatment, all the way to housing services, which includes emergency shelter or longer-term transitional housing for youth experiencing homelessness. There's a young man in our local community in high school who literally had no home. He was going and sleeping in the dugout at the high school. He was showering in the gym, and he was just using all of his resiliency to just literally survive, but he was still going to class and he was still working so hard. That young man was able to get into one of our transitional living programs where he could live for a year and a half. He had his own apartment. He had staff that were supporting him and teaching him independent living skills. And he was able to go to school and get his degree and get work and save money. And so he could launch with a sense of empowerment and with a safety net underneath him. Those are the things that just really bring me joy. Alexander Youth Network is largely funded through Medicaid. Youth Focus is largely funded through federal, state, local government grants. But in both cases, the resources that are available through those funding streams, I cannot overstate this. It is woefully inadequate to do the work. And so my role is to, one, make sure that we can keep the funding that we are receiving going, and then also try to figure out new ways and new opportunities to bring resources in to kind of close that gap. So I do a lot of grant writing. I help along with a team of people to engage our community to make sure that they're aware of the need that's out there, and then help connect people to the opportunity to kind of step into this work and be a part of addressing the needs in our community. Being in this field and moving into these spaces with kids who are dealing with abuse, neglect, poverty, domestic violence, these are our kids who have been failed, who are hurt because of really the fallenness and the brokenness of the world around them. And then you look kind of one step back and you see that the people or the circumstances that are hurting them, they've been hurt. So you see just this cycle that happens of how the brokenness of our world creates brokenness and how that continues. Here we are, we're working with these kids. They are tough on the exterior. They're not necessarily going to be as appreciative as you'd imagine they should be. They've made some really tough choices, but we are going to meet them where they are. I think the work that I do, I really get a glimpse of how God's compassion towards us, His love, the depth of His love for us. They are image bearers of Christ just because God created them. There is such a built-in worth and value to who they are, just like for all of us. Our help is not contingent on what they do or don't do. If I feel that compassion towards them, how much more compassion does God feel towards us? One of the ways that I would love and welcome support from the church community would be prayer, just for the needs of youth in our community. Really prayerfully ask God to open their eyes to see the need. These things are playing out right in front of you. There are kids in our church community that are hurting deeply, and we don't know it. So if we can just pray that God would open our eyes and that we would be sensitive to those opportunities where He lifts the veil and gives us a chance to see that. And then also would welcome anyone from the church who who feels kind of a nudge or a call, like reach out to me, and I would love to get folks connected with opportunity for volunteering, and there's lots of opportunity to make a difference, even in small ways. It makes a huge difference. So I would love to have folks reach out if they're interested in learning more or figuring out ways to get involved on whatever level that looks like.